Oh, it's red. It's piratey looking. It's Star Gypsy. You've been charging. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here today, showing off some Astrox Imperium. I say showing off. It's difficult to even know what to do with this game. It is a game of rather large scope and scale and ambition. There's a lot going on with Astrox Imperium, but I wanted to show it off on the channel because it's kind of captivated me recently. I'm just going to dive into a new campaign right now. We'll kind of go through the initial bit, show off what I can show off, and basically tell you what drew me into this. Let's check out some Astrox Imperium. So while I'm going through some basic character customization here, I think it's worth taking a second to explain why I pulled the trigger on Astrox Imperium, what made me sign up for this game. This pops up a few days ago on Steam Early Access, and Steam says, "Hey Dave, here's a new game that's vaguely like some other games you played in the past. Would you like to give us some money for this?" And I said, "I don't know, Steam. I'll take a look at it and let you know. Let me get back to you on that." And I checked out the top of it and it looked good. The visuals looked very sharp, very polished. I like the look of that immediately. And then, as I usually do, I just go immediately down to the bottom to the first reviews and see what people are saying. And it all seemed to be very positive. I said, "Okay, Steam, we're off to a good start here. Let me actually read the description of this game and find out what I may or may not be getting into." This was the most honest description of any game I have ever read on Steam. This was a developer who so clearly laid out exactly what this game is, and more importantly, what this game is not and will not be, that I was immediately taken by it. I read every damn word of that description because I was just surprised and shocked at the level of honesty. This is a developer who said, "I am not reinventing the wheel here. This is going to be very familiar to you. If you've played games like this in the past, here's one that's very, very similar." And then went on to say, here's what the game is not going to be in the future. If you're looking for this to be an MMO, if you're looking for this to be the next EVE Online, it is not, and it's not going to be. I was enchanted. And that level of honesty, I'm like, you know what? I now know very clearly what I am going to get into if I plunk my hard-earned dollars down on Astrox Imperium. And there it was. I signed up. I knew exactly what I was getting into, and I was not misled. The game is exactly what the developer says it is. And that level of honesty was something that separated Astrox Imperium from a very large pack of similar games on Steam. So let's stop messing around with character customization here. Let me just settle on something here. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You are now Pilot Dave. Pilot avatar is Pilot Dave. Let's confirm that. Let's look at some quick factions here. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say quick? There's 18 different factions that I have to choose from. Oh, brief side note here. If you've missed any backstory, here's the backstory to Astrox Imperium. We're in space. Off you go, Sparky. This is also a game that does not waste time on a lot of fluff and backstory that is unnecessary. I don't mind a game with good backstory, and we're going to talk more about that later, but I also don't want to waste the first 20 minutes of a game just getting the basic story. Here's the story of Astrox Imperium. We're frozen in a cryopod. One of these factions released us. Here you go. I've re-rolled this game about 3 or 4 times now just to get a handle on the very basics of it. And I keep going alpha, but we could go science faction, civil faction, as representatives in areas of programming, entertainment, subspace communication, etc., etc. Trade. Do we want to be traders? Do we want to align ourselves to a trading faction or a financial faction? Maybe we want to get into banking. Who knows? Commerce. We could do that. Pirate. You know, do what you feel. Outlaw. Sovereign. Temple, I don't know. I just want to show off the game, so I'm not going to waste too much time on this. You know what? We'll be orthodox. Let's go with a religious faction here, who believe that by embracing the nothing, they will free themselves from the Astrox universe and attain enlightenment. I'd like to have some enlightenment. I'm going to go ahead and sign up for this religious faction here. So we've been woken up from our cryopod, we're in a welcome center, and the amount of info you want right off the bat, we can just make a choice to say, you know what, I'm fine, Sparky, let me just explore, or we can go through a whole story idea here. I'm just going to go with let me explore. You'll be here if you need me. Great. Fantastic. Excellent. We have a very, very brief first-person thing that goes away pretty quickly, but we can go all to these stations and get a whole bunch of lore. If you're looking for lore, it's here. But the game also allows you to ignore that lore. Yep, no thank you right now. I actually don't want the lore. The game also allows you to completely ignore the lore and just get out in a spaceship. The lore is interesting, and when I said I was going to come back to that, what really gets me about any game, particularly a space game, is if I feel the universe really exists. If there has been some thought put into who lives out here in the background. So there's me, but is this a living universe that actually makes sense? And so far, my very, very brief experience with Astrox Imperium, the answer to that is yes. Developers put a tremendous amount of thought into this whole universe and how it all works. And there's a ton of lore if you want to explore it, or you can just completely blow it off and go grab a spaceship. We're going to do that part of it now, and if you want the lore, you can come in and check it out for yourself. So if we go back to the welcome kiosk here, Science Officer Dude says, okay, you clearly don't want to read any of my lore, so I'll just hand you the keys to a spaceship and you can go off, and we'll go meet Jessica Din, who is waiting for us at the Biomate University. That's kind of our first stop. And in the spirit of the honesty and forthrightness of the description of the developer of this game, let me be equally honest and forthright if you're looking at Astrox Imperium. This is not a tutorial video. This is not a how to get really good at Astrox Imperium. This is not how to be OP in the first few levels. This is not how to make tons of money in Astrox Imperium. I've put a couple of hours into this and I am enchanted by it, but I'm not good at it. So if you are looking for really, really competent gameplay on Astrox Imperium, let me assure you, you're in the wrong place. And frankly, you're on the wrong channel. Ain't nobody tuning into the wee hours for competent gameplay. My only goal here is to show off the game because I feel, I don't know why I feel this, but I feel this may be slipping under people's radar, and I just want more people to know about Astrox Imperium because I think it's really cool. Let's get ourselves the keys to the spaceship and just go do stuff. So over here in Biomate University, again, our first stop here, here's Jessica. Jessica would really like to hand us the keys to our spaceship, but she'd like to give us a tutorial on basic mechanics too. I've gone through the basic mechanics tutorials 2 or 3 times, so I'm going to skip that. I'm going to say it's worth going through the tutorials. There's a lot of mechanics. You're going to see that in a second. There's a lot of mechanics, a lot of UI. There is just flat out a lot going on with Astrox Imperium. But I am going to skip her tutorial right now. Just give me the basics. I want to get out there. Let's just get the keys to our spaceship, and then I just want to show off some of the things here. So I turned Jessica off for a sec so we can just get a basic look at our ship here. This is our ship. This is what we've been handed the keys to. Let me go into the garage menu and we can get a little bit more up close and personal to this. So we're rocking a DE1 basic escort by Borecraft Industries. Fantastic. Basic definitely means basic. I don't think we've got a lot to work with here. We've got a couple of turrets. We've got a mining laser in one and a basic shooty killy laser in the other. And just as the developer said, this is going to feel super familiar to people. Basic stats, no surprises here. Shield, armor, energy, life support. We have an empty passive slot here. Let me go over. I'm gonna struggle to remember where everything is. There's a ton of UI here. So in my cargo bay right now, I have a basic active scanner. That's an active module, so that could take the place of the light mining laser or the shooty killy laser. Protein bar, basic filter, those are going to go into life support. All right, I got to remember to do that. And I have another backup light mining laser, or what I could do is take this laser out, and now I've got 2 mining lasers. Fair enough. Let me go to my life support, because the one lesson I've learned the hard way in my very, very brief experience with this game is keep an eye on your life support. Boy, that goes down sooner than you think it does. So I got a protein bar and a basic filter. I can throw those into my life support, which will give me, well, a little more life support. Let's head down to that. Great. Fantastic. So, protein bar, food synthesis, yay! Basic filter, water filtration. Now my life support's up to 301. Good. That means I can just flat out stay out longer in space. That is a good thing to be doing. Now, addressing this passive slot that I don't actually have anything for. I don't have anything to go into my passive slot at this point. Let's see if we can do something about that. I start out with not a small amount of money. I've got 55,000 money, whatever this unit of currency is. What could I buy in terms of passive slots? So what do we got? Resource, materials, components, active module, passive module. Great. I could get a cargo expansion. That might be good. Then I could just store more stuff. Energy armor, turn thrust. Oh yeah, P.S. Your initial ship steers like a cow. I'm really hoping to upgrade that sooner rather than later. Improved energy. Now that might be good, because we're going to run out of energy. It would be nice if, like life support, we could stay outside a little bit longer. Energy armor, am I going to get in a fight right away? Well, hopefully not. Hopefully. I don't know. Targeting, cargo expansion again. How about we just got a basic cargo expansion? I am going to confirm that purchase. Thank you very much. I'm going to get out of here and go back to the garage so we can install that. Get me back to my cargo bay here. Yeah, there we go. Basic cargo expansion. Let's throw that in the passive slot. Boom. And now we can store more stuff. Yay. All right. Do we feel like we're ready to go outside? Let's go outside. We've got our 2 mining lasers equipped. Let's go out into space and well, I don't know, do anything we feel like. That's kind of the point of this game. So if we just hit undock, it's an immediate blammo. We are now out in space. And by the way, space looks gorgeous. One thing I was immediately taken with when I fired this up for the first time is it looks great and it sounds great. The music, the background incidentals, sound effects, all that kind of stuff are really well done without being oppressively annoying. So it's there, and I notice how good it is, but I don't notice it to the point where it's interfering with my gameplay and saying, boy, all I can really hear is that music. It's just done well. It's just done well. So we can go back into Biomate University. There's our little docking thing right there, but let's actually go, wow, it just looks gorgeous. Absolutely looks gorgeous. So there's a ton of stuff here. We should probably figure out what it is. So I can bring up my little targeting computer here. Now space looks much more interesting. Now we need to scan everything. Where's my little scanny thing? No, not autopilot. I want the, there we go, targeting. So let's, for instance, just figure out what this is. I'm going to go scan that. It's the Gate of Alpharis. Okay, I know what that is. Great, super. I've encountered that before. I was killed over there. Let's scan this who's what's it over here. And we have a limited number of things I can scan. I can upgrade that later, too. I've done that, too. But we have a limited number. I think it's 5 things I can keep in my little scanning thing. A public energy generator. Oh, that's actually really handy. Because, you know, we're going to run out of energy while we're out here. Let's go over there. And it's wicked easy to autopilot. Just go ahead. Head on over there. There we go. Come on, Sparky. There you go. Double click on that. Let's just autopilot over there. I can steer it if I want to, but this thing steers like a cow, and frankly, the game is better at piloting this thing than I am. But while we're on our way, now that I think of it, while we're on our way, we should scan more things, like this rock. Let's scan a rock. And that dot. Let's scan it. Oh, maximum targets acquired. Okay, I got to clear my list here. Adamite ore. Fantastic. There's your basic thing you're going to go mine. We're going to get a ton of it. It's pretty much garbage, but anyone will buy it. In fact, let's go here instead. Let's go here. Let's go get some rocks. Let's do some basic day 1 stuff of mining. I have to go down and charge up, if I recall correctly, my mining lasers. But the rest of it, well, yeah, there we go. We're already in range. The mining lasers are already kicking off. And we're getting +2/+2. Let me just go to my cargo bay. Let's see what we're actually picking up here. What are we getting? Resources. Yeah, adamite ore. And that is a very common construction material. Can be extracted from adamite. Abundances make it easy mining, and it's always in high demand. And you can put a lot of it in your cargo bay. So it's not going to sell for a ton of money, but everyone will buy it. So that's a good thing to have right out of the gate. Oh, and I leveled up from mining. Good. And I really should be keeping an eye... There we go, on my ship stats. Yeah, the UI is everywhere. This whole screen could be UI if I want it to be. But I really want to keep an eye on my energy and my life support. Life support's good right now. Energy is decreasing. We're gonna want to kind of keep an eye on that. But I'm not going to go very far from home. Yeah, there we go. The Biomate University is right behind me, so I don't need to sweat it too much. I can just spin around and be back where I need to be. How are we doing on the old cargo here? 80 adamite ore. Yeah, sure. That, you know what? That's fine. Let's peel out of here. I'm done with that. Turn off the lasers. There we go. And oh god, manually steering. This ship is absolutely steers like a cow. Holy moly. I just look forward to a better ship. You know what? Just autopilot it. Thank you. Autopilot that. Oh, this ship is terrible. It steers like a three-legged cow. Alright, let's head back to Biomate University. We've done a thing. We went out, we got some rocks. Now I'm gonna go back and sell some rocks. Alright, so docked back at Biomate University, let's go to the market. Let's go to here, and let me bring up my cargo here. I've got the 88 Adamite ore, and if I drag and drop this into here, I have the option of selling it. Fantastic. Again, it doesn't sell for a lot. I'm only going to make 663.48 on this, but it's everywhere and everyone will buy it. So, you know, there's your basic tier 1 mining material that you can start to make money right away. And there's tons of other ways to make money. This is just the most obvious one. So where was my impetus and direction to go out mining on my first day? Apart from the fact that it's kind of basic game logic in a space game, nobody told me to do anything else in the game. Nobody, after the tutorials were over, popped up and said, "Hello, level 1 space traveler. I see you're new to space. Why don't you go get me, I don't know, 15 space flowers and bring them back to me, and then I'll direct you to the next guy who's probably going to ask you to go kill 15 space wolves and bring back the skins or something." No. Tutorial's over. Here's the keys to your spaceship. Space is that way. Have fun, Sparky. I have no direction, and I love every second of it. I just go do whatever the heck I want to do. Right now, I think I'm about to drain this Adamite ore. Oh yeah, just smashed that up nice, didn't I? Is that actually smashed up now? I've never drained one. Okay, let me get... Whoa. Oh god, this thing steers like a cow. Let me get back to Biomate University here and sell some of this stuff off. Although while I'm on the way, never hurts to be scanning things. Always be scanning. Rules I've learned to this game. ABS. Look, that's a person. That's Mr. Tizav Ziat. Always be scanning. Always be scanning. Alright, I have maximum number of targets. Let me clear those. Scan some more the next time we're out here. So, back in Biomate University, in the docking area, and I'm just kind of... This is a game of easy distractions. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to get distracted by, and all of these floating advertisements up here just kind of come back to the sense that this is a living universe that I believe in. I believe this universe exists, which is a thing that some games do very well, some games do not do very well. But this one, so far, so good on this. I believe that this universe exists and that I am one small piece of it. So I'm gonna go, well, let me just go sell the things I got. How much of that stuff did I actually get? And let me remember where my UI is on that. 168 Adamite ore. Fantastic. I get 1266. No problem. I just keep the money ticking in. Now, is there anything neat that I could be buying with this? Or, now that I'm thinking of it, we did level up while we were out there. I'm technically a level 2 space traveler now. How about we actually go look at some skills? Station University. And all the station information I'm only just now noticing is down in the corner here. There's so much going on, I don't even quite know where to put my eyes. But yeah, we can tell a lot about the station owner. It's an academic university. Tax rate of 6%. We know there's 9 things in the shipyard, so there's 9 spaceships for sale. I would assume that's what that means. University skills, which is why I came down here, is 32. That is not station to station. I learned that last night when I was playing this. I went to another station and they only had 4 skills. They were kind of the stupid station, but this is a good station. This has 32 skills available. It's got some mercenaries available, some contracts. Alright, I'm blathering because really I don't know where to focus in this. I'm trying to put together this video of showing off Astrox Imperium, and honestly I could probably spend each video just talking about one particular part of the UI. I'm trying to give you guys a broad look at it, but there's so much to look at and so much to get distracted by that this video will basically probably come off just blathering and going, hey, you know what, just go look at it yourself. It's pretty cool. Alright, I've got 35 skill points. Great. What can I do with that? Everything that I learn is going to cost me some money and some skill points. What would be handy to have right now? Let's look at some, well, weapons. That's actually a good place to start. I'm not actively looking to go outside and get in a fight, but things can happen. Projectile basic operation, laser basic operation level 2, because I already know level 1, I came in with that. Beam basic operation, launchers, torpedoes. I want torpedoes. I should probably wait to get a better ship to get torpedoes. Let's get laser basic operation 2. That's going to cost me 4 grand and 12 skill points. So that's almost half of my skill points is going to go into this. Do I want that? Excavation. Basic miner level 2. Now, what will this do for me? The level of the mining module is directly linked to the level of operation required to use it. So I would infer from that that I could get a better mining tool if I had a better skill in it. Probably not the silliest thing to have, and relatively inexpensive, only $760 to learn that and 10 skill points. I'm going to confirm that skill training. Started training the miner basic operation to level 2. As long as you're docked in the station, the skill will train twice as fast. Once you undock, goes down to the normal rate. Fantastic. Go ahead and get that started, please. And that's going to take just a shade under 4 real-time minutes to do that. What else we got kicking around here? I'm also going to take drone operation level 1. I have not used drones, but there's a pretty darn active community for Astrox Imperium. And P.S., I strongly encourage you to get into the developers Discord. Very, very active. I went in with a very quick question, and that question was answered in less than 10 seconds. Somebody came up and answered my question. I was just having a little mechanical issue. I didn't know what button to press, as is very common around here. So a very, very active Discord. I do strongly encourage you, if you get into this game, go ahead and hop on that. We'll take drone operation 1. I have not used drones, but the community is saying drones are the way to go. So I will go ahead and take that advice. Let's get some drone operation going. That's only going to take less than a minute real time. Super. What do I want to do now? There's so much to do. I'm going to go to the lounge. Alright, so in the lounge, the station bar, if you will, got news. This is not an exaggeration, I was going through half of the combat tutorial the first time I played this, and I came back here and then just spent about 30 minutes reading the news. Just reading the news in a game became really, really enchanting to me. And all of this news means something. So, like, for instance, economic demand climbs in Temple region, so market demand has increased for a number of specialized items. That's something we should probably know. If we wanted to sell things and buy things and be a trader, we're going to want to know what the economic news is. So all of this news means something. I'm not going to go through it now, dear God, no, but I have. I absolutely have. We could hire some mercenaries. I think it's a little early game for that. I don't think we need mercenaries right now. Or we can just get hammered with a bottle of whiskey, because that's cool. Alright, what else could we do around here? And if you do want to be a little more focused, there are missions. There are mission contracts. You can do a thing. You can have an objective if you want to. So we could harvest entire special Dynex ore in Void Starcross and return with 6 ore. I don't immediately know where Void Starcross is, and I've never encountered Dynex ore. Probably not the best contract for me right now. Locate and scan Recon Center in Felishar and return to Value Star in Hunu. Oh, P.S. by the way, because I did a contract last night when I was messing around. There's, when it says locate and scan the Recon Center in Felishar and return to Value Star, you better be able to figure out where Felishar, the Recon Center, and Value Star is, because the game ain't going to tell you. And I love it. There's no quest marker. There's no flashy dot saying, hey, Value Star is this way, big red arrow on Value Star. No. Take, for instance, last night. I took a contract to go talk to a guy. Just, here, go talk to this guy, have a chat with him, and then come back. I had to go out into space and find him. In space. Space is big. I'm not an astronomer, but I understand that space is pretty big. I had to scan things until I found him. There was no big red arrow saying, here's the guy you want. I really dig that. I know I'm getting a little bit gushy about this game, and I apologize for that. It's just the whole Steam description was the developer saying this is not reinventing the wheel. I actually find it incredibly refreshing. I really do. I find it a very fresh game in that it's just not holding my hand. I have to go do all this myself. And in doing that, it gives me a tremendous amount of freedom to do whatever the heck I want. We could escort Bishop Eroas. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name. From Star Gypsy Warehouse, don't know where that is, would have to find it. To Void Starcross, don't know where that is, would have to find it. To Star Shepherd's Hub and Temple Gates, don't know where either of those are, would have to find it. Station Fabricator, haven't even gotten this far. Apparently we can make things, we can craft things, and then, you know, we could sell those things that we craft. You could really get into a whole manufacturing and trading thing here. I haven't even touched on this. Let's look at the shipyard. Alright, so slightly better ships than what I have, likely. Oh, I like the look of the RS-1 translator. What is it? It's a recon ship. Okay. Great for gathering information about a sector. Long scan ranges and higher scan speeds. Oh, that is good. I like that, but it's only got one slot. Come back to that. One slot for an active module and one for a passive, whereas my ship has two active. Interesting. How about the integrator? What does that do? Low-level recon ship. Is that... No, that's not what I'm rocking right now. What about a curator? I know I don't have the required skills to pilot it. That's fine. I just want to learn about it. Ah, now this guy's got 3 active modules and 3 passive modules. Wow. It's a little boxy looking. I might like my ship to look a little cooler than that, but... Ooh, so much here. Well, I undocked just so we could kind of get more of a feel for what's going on in the immediate neighborhood. Let's get some scanning going on here. Oh, we already scanned you. Yeah, you're right. You're Mr. Tizev Ziot, whatever your deal is. The public energy generator. This is a warp gate, as I imagine. Recon center. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm going to go look at that because I genuinely don't know what that is. I don't know what... Oh, wait, I know what the rocks are. The rocks are pretty self-explanatory. We'll probably pick up some more. Star Gypsy Warehouse. Oh, wait, I'm going over there now. Hang on. That sounds even more interesting. I want to know what Star Gypsy Warehouse is, because that sounds very cool. Wait, Star Gypsy, that was one of the things in the contracts. Okay, so that may be closer than I thought. I may want to go back and re-examine that contract if the Star Gypsy thing is right here. Like, literally right outside the door of Biomate University. That may be an easier contract than I thought it was. Okay. Well, let's dock at Star Gypsy Warehouse. Oh, it's red. It's piratey looking. It's Star Gypsy. You've been charged a docking fee. Oh, darn. Got charged to dock here. I should have actually looked at that before I docked here. Well, what have you got going on? Pinratus Flake? Alright, Pinratus Flake is the station owner. It's a pirate faction. Alright. As far as I know, I believe I start out kind of neutral with everyone. I haven't actively annoyed anyone yet, nor have I actively made friends with everyone. Base tax 6%. Okay, what have you got in your shipyard? You actually have quite a number of university skills. And some merc contracts available, but no contracts in the general sort of, fetch quest kind of contracts. Okay. Fascinating. What have you got in your market? Well, a bunch of stuff is the answer to that question. Not surprisingly, a lot of sort of weapony kind of things, seeing as this seems to be a piratey area, including the specifications for explosive missiles. So if I wanted to learn how to make my own explosive missiles, here's where I'd come to start doing that. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. I'm not going to buy them, but because it would basically put me into negative numbers there. But if I want to start making my own missiles and basically becoming a space arms merchant, I know where to start. And disposables. Nothing says human like properly disposing of your waste material. This I actually will buy because I think I can throw this right into my life support. So get me out of this. Get me to the garage, please, and get me to life support. Waste management. Exactly. I didn't think I had anything in there. Give me everything. Let's just throw these guys right in here. Boosts up my life support a little. And what I'm actually missing now, a thermal regulator of some kind. So, usually when I do these little first look or checking out a new game videos, I said, hey, there's a look at Astrox Imperium. This is not even a look at Astrox Imperium. This is not even close to a look at Astrox Imperium. Not only have I not scratched the surface, I'm not even 100% sure where the surface is at this point, nor do I know the appropriate tool to scratch it with. This is just the very briefest outline of what the game is, in the sense that it is, here's a spaceship, here's space, Knock yourself out, Sparky. What do you feel like doing today? Do you want to go be a pirate? Do you want to go be a miner? Do you want to sit in the lounge and read the news all day? Because, well, last night I did. Last night, that was my choice, is to sit in the lounge and read the news. It really is something that, in being extremely familiar, is somehow refreshing in its familiarity. Like, I actually appreciate the familiar refreshingness of it. Like, hey, you know what? Do what you feel. There's your takeaway. There's your takeaway from this video. Don't take any gameplay mechanic advice. Don't take any advice about how to play the game. Here's your takeaway: is it's Astrox Imperium. Do whatever you feel like doing. And I'd love to know what you guys think of it. I really do. I'm very, very curious what other people are thinking about Astrox Imperium. I hope this is not something that's going to kind of slide under the radar and not get noticed. So if you did enjoy it, or you are enjoying it, if you're playing it yourself and you would like to chip in, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to play some more of this on the channel. I just don't even know what to do with it. I don't even know what we would do with this thing, but do please let me know what you think of Astrox Imperium in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. If you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Johnny, you can shoot a thing 3 times with your pistol now. And I'd like to talk to you about that. I would like to have a discussion with you, Johnny, about shooting something 3 times with your pistol. Specifically, that thing.